are the 4 reasons why I have in the past and would in the future deny people from one of my rental units, even if they have good credit and good income. Number 1, their living situation. There are 2 types of tenants that we avoid because as a landlord, our job is to try to find strong tenants who want to stay there for the long term. In this particular case, we're talking about rental houses, single family houses, as opposed to apartments. The first type of tenant that would be a roommate situation. So 2 colleagues, 2 best friends, sometimes an adult parent with their adult child. All of these situations to us scream temporary. So when we run across these types of applicants, they're typically going to go on the no pile for us simply because their intentions will always be temporary. One person will get married and move out. Another person would just get tired of living with their roommate and move out. All types of scenarios play out. I understand in certain markets where rents are very expensive, roommates may be much more prevalent and more financially sound, and those roommates may stick together for a lot longer, years maybe. But here, that's not the case. A roommate situation typically will only last for about a year, maybe 2 years. After that, they're off to better things. So for us, we're not looking for temporary solutions. So that's out. The other type of tenant that falls into the temporary category are the ones who, again, they have strong income and strong credit, mentioned that they are wanting to buy a house soon. Typically, this type of person comes from out of town. Let's say they're moving in and they're looking to find what area they fit in and where they'd want to buy. Now, this is a great thing. This is very normal, and we understand that when you move to a new city, you need to, get your footing. However, we don't want that on our dime. Again, this is a single family house. We're looking to find a family who is wanting to enroll their kids in school, stay here, at least live here for the next 2, 3, or 4 years. So whenever we run across tenants who have voiced that they want to buy a property and we see that they're capable of buying a property because they do have the credit and they do have the income, then we know those tenants are going to be able to move out rather soon. And there's one thing landlords don't like to do is deal with vacancies and deal with evictions. So for that reason, those type of temporary tenants are not good for us. The second type of tenant that I would still deny, even if they had good credit and good income, would be someone that I just don't like. There are people, I'm human, they're human, you're human, we're all human. And there are certain people that just don't match the energy that you need for certain situations. I'm sure you've all had that coworker that you just kind of can't wait to get away from. They're too talkative, or they're not minding their business, or they just ask too many questions, or whatever the case is. They just kind of, just not a good fit for your personality type. Well, we're the same way. I'm looking for someone who's going to be a good match. I'm looking for someone who is kind, who is easy to work with, easy to communicate with, who understands that, we have an agreement. This is, this is their home. This is their lease. We're going to do our job and make sure that everything is running smoothly and everything gets repaired as it needs to. And we're going to make sure that we handle our side as the landlord. And they're going to do the same thing. They're going to make sure they're handling their side as the tenant. They're going to make sure they're taking care of the property. They're going to make sure that they're reporting any type of issues to us in a timely fashion so we can correct it and it doesn't create bigger issues. They're going to be nice and courteous. We're going to be talking on the phone from time to time or texting from time to time. I'm just looking for someone who's an easygoing person, who's not just going to become a headache. Or sometimes applicants have very strong personalities and you can just tell up front that they're not going to be a good fit. So for that reason, they're out. Number 3 is occupancy issues. This is when someone applies for a unit, a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and they have 6, 7, 8 people. That's too many people for our property. So even if you have good credit, even if you have good income, if you just have too many people that want to live in the unit, the answer is no for us. Number 4 is pets. We accept pets. However, we do have rules on our pets. We have a 2-pet maximum. We have weight limits and breed restrictions. We accept pets under 25 pounds, and we do not accept certain breeds such as pit bulls, cane corsos. Most of those are large dogs anyway, so they would already be disqualified due to the 25-pound rule. However, in certain circumstances, again, due to someone who has really good credit and shown that they have been responsible. I have not ever overcome a breed restriction, but I have overcome a size, like a golden retriever or lab or something along those lines. If they have good enough credit and they're willing to pay a higher deposit to have such a large dog, then that's something that we would be able to overlook. But when it comes to breed restrictions, that's just pretty much a no for us. It's a liability on the landlord side if that dog gets out and bites someone or has an altercation. So we try to steer clear of that type of breed, and that's something that would get you declined even if you have good credit and good income. So that's it. Short video. Just wanted to go over some of the things that we as landlords think about when it comes to approving people for one of our rental properties. Everyone thinks that if you have good credit and good strong income that you're a shoo-in and you're approved no matter what, but there are still some deal breakers that fall outside of that. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give us a like. And if you like this type of content, then go ahead and consider subscribing. Other than that, guys, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.